Right, I've got three questions for you. The first question, I'm interested in your opinion around what has been quite echoed throughout the colloquium around intersections. And one particular intersection that I've observed is generational intersections, and what you think such a platform allows and how that has been articulated in your experience.
It's really complex. I think at a university setting where there are these sort of like hierarchies and just like by virtue of the university itself, or at least how we understand it in this current moment, there's this sort of like hegemonic power that is existent and embodied through like the lecturer who has knowledge and information, and this Freudian banking model of like, yeah, you guys are the students, who are mostly, for the most part, like younger, right, with the exception of a few. So it's interesting to challenge that in this setting, and I think the symposium did that in a way, because you do have sort of like presenters like Beverly, right, who's a student, but sort of like elder generation, and she also mentions that in her talk, right, and then you have like younger students, and all of that being given credence and importance with your Pudla Kolas and your, Yvette Abrams and all of these people who've written like immense scholarships, like awards getting like, quoted left, right, and center. But somehow in that same space, these other knowledges are also important. And I think also like that intersectionality generationally was also happening in the exhibition, right? Because we have like sort of like more later career exhibition, like artists like Ida, who've been in the game, doing Edis Photo Fest, whatever, like just present with younger artists, as well as student work as well. So I think that for me was really beautiful to just look at what women are experiencing at different age levels. And then to think about ideas of even like sexuality, for example, because older women are not supposed to be sexual, right? They're just supposed to be drinking tea. But like the idea is that actually you can have like this 60, 70-year-old sexual being.
Yes. Talking about it so openly,
yes. So I really appreciated that. I thought that was really exciting for me. Yeah.
I suppose it leads back to my question, the second question around the desire to be specific. There's a call, and even with language now, the way woman is spelled is taking on a different kind of vocabulary, right? And one would say an accent in a way. And maybe I should tailor that question and say, how is that coming through your experience of exhibition, since you've made the exhibition available for this colloquium? Is the exhibition also tapping into the specificities of language, African feminism, and in what way? How does it design? What way is the specificity leading us to?
Kind of complex, because I feel like I've been really meditating on this idea of creativity within itself being a theorization, right? And so the walls, and I've been thinking about my own curatorial practice and like the conversations that I want to have. So in this platform of like words and performance of those words, I was thinking, how do these artists, they're almost like references, right? In this like text. So the gallery becomes a text. And these artists and their voices are able to sort of like shape and build and create what the body and the flesh needs and the blood of this text, but the scaffolding to really make the actual, like the narrative, I suppose. So I say that because I think sometimes we can't name things, but the visual or this allows us to do that, Like after Heidi's performance, for example, a lot of people in the room were just sort of like stunned. And someone said to me, they were like, I don't have words for this. And sometimes it's okay to just sit with that and to sit with another language that we're creating of just silence maybe, or performance or movement, and looking at the body itself as a language, and being textual. Because as we know, like, you know, a black body entering into a white space already disrupts stuff. And so, yeah, I don't know about naming, because I'm also just like, I don't know, it's an interesting thing that I'm still sort of like thinking about and meditating upon, and just trying to find words.
But what I'm getting in the sense you're saying is that the naming in itself, not so textual, is happening in the exhibition.
Yeah.
And I think that's fundamentally again like where the suppose cross-pollination is happening between the data and the visual, which is so echoed in the program itself. And maybe on the last question, if you can give us some comments about your thoughts of the program in general.
I really enjoyed it. It was really fantastic because it felt anti-symposium, anti-colloquium at some point, you know, because it had this sort of relaxed idea about it, which is so, like most symposiums and colloquiums that I've been to are so phallic, and then just sort of like, you know, everything is like, yeah, I am the one with knowledge, and the knowledge needs to be articulated in this particular kind of way, and references to these scholars. But it felt like, you know, home and joy and love, and those things could be theorized, affect, you know, and I think the night that you really opened it up and really sort of set the tone in that way, you know, just sort of like, how can this also be important, and how do we center that, you know, so that these spaces that we come to really become something that's empowering and lifting, and not violent, you know, which I think often when I enter a lot of these spaces, like there's so much like inadequacy that I feel like, oh, am I speaking academies, you know, like am I articulating in the right way, whatever right is, you know, how should I act? And I've really tried to eliminate the word should from my vocabulary, right? But like here, it really feels like you can just be. And I think it fits nicely in terms of like the exhibition itself, in terms of like being, you know, being here. You know, whilst we're thinking about these ideas of becoming or whatever else, like we can just be here as self, in our complexity, in our shit, in our like love, in our joy, in our dancing, in our poetry, and in text, you know, however that text manifests. So I've really enjoyed it. It's been empowering, it's been lifting, it's been challenging at times, but in a really good way, because, you know, we all have to go to those places that are uncomfortable for us. It is what it is.
That's worthwhile. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.